Welcome to the Penny Bloom Podcast. Ain't another place that has got more bombast. Romp past your mom, dad's listening to Tomcats. Talking everything that make you sad. We don't want that. We're here to make you smile. Put your mind at ease. Peace, love, and bloom, and always praise Keanu Reeves. This what we about. This some weeding now. We'll talk until we can't no more, and then we peacing out. Alright, let's go. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. It's the Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast. Penny Bloom Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to another episode of the Penny Bloom Podcast. It is I, Colton Robertson, and I am joined today by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
What up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it is always a pleasure to have you. And today is a momentous occasion as we are doing our third Star Wars draft. Now, we've done Star Wars properties. We've done Star Wars Force wielders. Today be our Star Wars fantasy draft. And by that, if you played fantasy football, you kind of know what I mean probably, where we're going to have specific positions and you got to fill those positions. And we've only got 3. It's not going to be as intricate as having a quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receivers, utilities, et cetera, et cetera. No, we've got Force users, non-Force users, and droids. And you got to take a certain amount of them. We're taking 2 Force wielders, 2 droids, and 6 non-Force users, creating a team of 10 for each of us. And I'm very excited because I like having a little bit of a boundary on that sort of thing. Instead of just 10 Jedi that you're taking here, you've got to stop yourself, and that makes it all the more fun. Generally, think about it how you'd like to think about it. I'm thinking about it as, I lead a group of people. I need people to protect us, and they will no matter what. Doesn't matter dark or light, really. Dark side, light side, hero, villain. They'll come to your aid and they'll be there. They'll help. That's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, if we were to throw in all of the character, arcs and all of that into this, it'd just be a pretty big complicated mess, I'd say, with some of the people who I'm wanting to team up together. So yeah, I think I got a good squad though. I got a few sleepers. I hope they are sleepers and not just like obvious. But I don't know. I feel this is a good.
I got a few.
It's nice not just having like a full team of Jedi, because that's easy. Just being like, oh yeah, I could just take the top people with lightsabers, because that's
right.
That's easy. But having only 2,
and this is also a thing where like there's no order to it. I'm not like, you don't have to draft the 2 Force users first. Draft whoever the fuck you want first. They just have to fill those gaps. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. What order I want to go in here.
Yeah, so like, who is the most important? And I'd imagine you're probably starting with Force user anyway, because it is undeniably probably the most important part. But it'll be interesting. So what do you want to do here? You want to go like flip a coin, heads or tails, see who goes first and who goes second? I'll use the ceremonious Roku remote.
Yes.
If I can find it.
The side with the buttons you can go first, and then the empty side, the back of the remote, can be me. If we want to do that.
All right.
If you do not have your remote, you got it. We have the ceremonious remote.
The ceremonious Roku remote for the coin toss.
There we go.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. 3, 2, 1. It will be you.
It will be me. I will be going with
pick.
Now, do I go with which Skywalker do I go with? Do I go with Luke or do I go with Anakin? This is tough. I'm either going with Luke or Anakin. I will assure you with that pretty much. And I love me some Anakin Skywalker. He is ruthless. I'm going to go with Anakin Skywalker for my first pick.
Probably tactically the right move in terms of who is going to protect you to the absolute most extent. Anakin's about as good as it gets in terms of, he literally fell to the dark side because he wanted to protect someone so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that boy, he can do some damage. So I got some muscle, you could say.
All right. That's good. That's good because I'm glad Luke fell to me because I'm definitely taking Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
There's pretty much no doubt about it there. Yeah, definitely taking Luke with my first pick. So as of right now, the team stands at Luke Skywalker on my side, Anakin Skywalker on yours. Yeah, I think that's a good move. I don't see any other option here besides those two as the top two picks. But
I am
where
between.
are you going from there?
I'm probably going to stick with another Force user here, just to get it out of the way and make sure I got who I want for my Force users locked in. And I'm between. I guess it doesn't matter because after this, I don't have any more Force users. I'm in between Yoda and Palpatine. Is who I'm in between, and I think I would go with Yoda. Palpatine is more of the mastermind, which I guess could be good to have on your team. But Yoda's basically a mastermind as well.
Also, yeah.
So yeah. You know what? I already have Anakin. I already have somewhat dark. Let me balance it out by putting on one of the brightest motherfuckers up on here. I'll take Yoda for my second Force user.
All right, and I'm glad this has worked itself out because my Force user will be Ahsoka Tano. I like me Luke and Ahsoka being my Force combo there. Think they would complement each other well in terms of fight style and stuff, and they'd seem pretty agreeable to me. I don't think they'd disagree on a whole lot. They seem like they'd be really good friends, work well together. And that's and I'm kind of like, now that I have Luke and Ahsoka, that's kind of who I'm basing the rest of the team off of in terms of like tone. Like who do I want to go with? Who works well together? If I'm working with Luke and Ahsoka, who's going with that? And so that'll kind of be my frame of reference from here on out. But yeah, that concludes the Force users. So I've got Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano, and you've got.
I've got Yoda and Anakin Skywalker.
Good move. Good move.
And I guess. Darth is off the table. So this is, I would say this is just prime Anakin. I would prefer before he went berserk. So like, yeah, as much as light in him as you can get, but also a little bit of that dark so you can have the power that comes behind that too. So not
towards the middle of the Clone Wars.
Yeah. Prime Anakin there. Interestingly enough, I think I might go with the droid next. Because there are a lot of non-Force users and we have a lot to choose from, but droids, it's pretty competitive there.
It's a competitive field there, yeah.
And if I want to okay, here's the thing. I'm between two droids right here. Like, I don't know which one to take first. This is so hard. This is, I'm maybe between three even. 3 droids here.
You better not take my fucking droid, bro.
And I'm afraid that you will. I'm afraid that whoever I don't pick, you're getting no matter what. So like, I'm screwed. Fuck. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. It makes the most sense, I think. And it's no, it doesn't. It didn't. I about said it, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm taking Chopper.
Good move.
I'm taking Chopper. I just wanted him on my team. That boy has a kill count up there in the millions.
It certainly is.
And
it certainly is.
I don't know if you're gonna go with the droid here, but
I am now. The whole there's a lot less of a selection there. And the obvious choice to me is R2-D2. but I won't be taking him. I'll be taking IG-11.
Fuck! Damn it!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, that's who I was in between. I was really in between Chopper and IG-11 because
those
like,
are the two most badass droids there are.
And I mean, R2-D2, he does, he has his moments.
But IG-11's designed to do that.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I knew I should have taken him first. He does make more sense, I think. But Chopper's Chopper. He has the morale too.
No,
Chopper
and that's
has
the thing.
Morale behind him.
It was one or the other. I was gonna get. I was either gonna get IG-11 or I was gonna get Chopper, and there was no question about it there.
I guess give me the other Astro, the Astro mech. Give me R2-D2 as well.
Okay. So you're taking your second.
I'm locking in. Yeah, I might as well just lock in both of my droids, both of my boys.
All right, cool. Then I'll save my last droid pick since you're done there. And I will go on to thank you. I'll be moving on to non-force users, where I'm going to go ahead and take. That got tough immediately. If I'm taking a non-force user, and I'm like, I need you to fight for me. Give me Boba.
All right.
Give me Boba Fett.
That's who I was picking first. So, he would have been on my team if you didn't pick him. That's for sure. Now I got to think of who I need to pick. Fuck. Well, I guess there's kind of two people that stand up to Boba now. But beforehand, there was really only one that was known, and that's Cad Bane. I want the Star Wars Rick Sanchez on my squad. That dude's resourceful. Right. That dude is resourceful. Kind of a weird first pick, I'd say. I'd say there's a few more on here that are definitely above him, but as far
that's
effective,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. To the point that pick is.
I dig it. And I dig it. So to build on that, though, I'm going to go ahead and get the counterpart to Boba and Fennec Shand, and that'll be my next pick. So I'll have Boba and Fennec in that 6 non-force user category. And since the Book of Boba Fett has come out, they've quickly became 2 of my top 10 favorite characters in all of Star Wars, period. So I'm very glad that I got both of them. I didn't think I was gonna. But I'm glad that happened just now. So
all right, well, I'm taking Din. Give me the other Mandalorian. Give me him. He's got that Darksaber now. He's got that spear. He's got his whistling birds. He's fully kitted out, and who knows? Maybe there's more coming for him. So
who knows?
I'm getting Din. I have to. After that. After I didn't get Fennec, I have to get.
Yeah, you had to. You certainly had to, and. Building the team a little further. I'm gonna need a pilot. So I think Han Solo's the move. No. Well, yeah. I think so. Even with working with Boba Fett, I think it'll still go okay with the Boba Fett we've come to know. I'm gonna go Han Solo. He'll be my pilot. He'll be the brains of the op.
You want to know the better pilot than Han Solo?
I almost went with her.
The thing is that Han, I would argue, is more resourceful outside of just being a pilot. So he's a pilot and Han. That
was my perspective.
So if I was just going for a pilot here, I would go Hera Syndulla. But I don't know. That's not my lock in.
No, I get you.
I think I want Black Chrysanthemum.
That was my next one.
I figured he was going to be up there pretty soon. I felt like you might not have thought of him just because he's new and we're thinking back at old characters, but I'm like, nah, he's with this. He's obviously thinking of Black Chrysanthemum. I got to get him. I got to get him on my team.
I was. That was my next pick after Han. So I'm fucking disappointed, but that's a great fucking pick, dude. That's a great fucking pick. Man, this is getting hard. Hard.
I only have 3 more. I have half of my non-force users selected. and after this, you will as well. So
this is a quick episode. Then I didn't realize how quick this draft would go.
Well, I guess after we have our teams, we can say how well they'll work together and why they work well together.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And how fun that would be. Like, yeah. So
all right. Then beyond Boba, Fennec, and Han, I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Captain Rex.
Damn it. That was my next pick. We're on the same. Yeah, we are on the same wavelength here. It shows. I love it. I think I'm going left field here. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're with me. I think you might have thought of him, but I am going with General Thrawn.
Damn it! I was I had Thrawn. He was going to be my mastermind. He was going to be my last non-Force user. You fucking fuck.
I wanted a Palpatine that wasn't Palpatine, and the only guy that's close to him is Thrawn. So, like, yeah, I had to. I had to get a mastermind in here.
That makes my choice all the easier, and this will need some explanation. But I'm going Leia Organa as my general, as my mastermind. She rounds out my non-Force users. And I think it kind of had to be that way. She's the general, you know what I'm saying? She's the princess. She runs the bitch. And now I've got Luke, Leia, and Han. I've got Boba and Fennec. I've got Ahsoka and Captain Rex. I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, I guess I have a dark. I have a few dark people, that's for sure. Cad Bane, Black Krrsantan, Thrawn. I guess.
Hey, the bounty hunter thing.
True.
They can be. They're working for you. You know, like they'll do what they have to, and that's the bad thing doesn't really matter at that point. Now that we've both taken all 5 non-Force users, right? Or do you have one left?
Oh, I thought we were doing 6 non-Force users.
Oh,
we've only done
4.
6. Yeah, we've only done 4. Right? Are we doing 6?
We're doing
make
6.
It 10
We've
total.
only done 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
These were my only I knew I needed these 4 people, but now it's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah.
There is another pilot, but is he better than her?
I thought about it.
I don't think so. No, I do need Hera. I need her on my team. I need someone who can bring everyone together because everyone's going to argue the fuck out of each other. Yeah, I need Hera to bring us all together.
You need the level head. That's why I got Leia, and then you got Han at the pilot. It just makes sense. You got to have that person who brings it all together, and Hera's as good as it comes there. All right, so I'm on to my last non-Force user. And
I just had to scream. Sorry?
What happened?
Don't worry. Oh, we won't. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. We won't. All right, fine. All right, I'm split between 2 here. And one of them would just complement my team really well. And another would just be a really awesome, badass last edition. I wouldn't really tie in. Oh, no, it would tie in a little bit. But would it create more tension? Much to think about.
Wait, do you have 5 already?
Yeah, because I didn't take a second droid.
You didn't take it. That's right. I forgot about that. I'm like, wait a minute. Do I have one did I pick my last person and not know it? But I thought I had one left. Okay.
No, yeah. My last droid will be my last pick. But
true. Why not? You know.
Yeah, exactly. I got to take advantage of the Force users early, but okay. Okay, so I'm between 2, and it does matter because you still got your pick, and I don't want to.
I know who I'm going with right now. Like, if you do not say whoever I'm thinking of, I am going with them. Like, I am set. Okay. That's why I had my scream a little while ago.
Oh, you were excited. Gotcha.
No, I was pissed. Okay, I was pissed I didn't pick them. And thank you, God, for not picking Chewbacca to compliment.
That was my other one.
Solo. I get Chewbacca to compliment my Black Krrsantan. So And Chewbacca is just already badass. So
no, yeah, I almost took Chewbacca. That was the one who would have complemented my team really well. But
that's
Kira,
what I thought, and that's why I was like, hopefully he doesn't go that compliment route, because I'm like, Chewbacca makes sense there.
No, yeah, Chewbacca is definitely the one that was complimentary to my team. But Kira is a badass, and the reason I was like, she compliments Han Solo, but does that create more tension because Han Solo and Leia? And then, but regardless, I took Kira.
That's a cool. You got a cool group. Like,
yeah,
these are very different groups. But it's cool. Like that they worked out kind of like this. Like, I have a lot of just rough people, that just do what needs to be done, and you have a lot of like the people who do it for the right reasons, more along that line.
Until you get to Kira, then it's like, I don't know what the fuck she's on. But now I got my last droid. Be the last pick of the draft here.
Let's
see. I'm
see
stuck
if I
between
could.
a couple.
Like, C-3PO's not really. He's more of
I'm not looking
annoyance.
for protocol. I'm not looking for protocol.
Okay.
I'm thinking like I want to show the sequel trilogy a little love. I might go BB-8.
I mean, he did deliver that map, and without that map, you don't have Luke Skywalker anymore. So,
but I'm not gonna go with BB-8. I'm gonna go with K2SO from Rogue One.
Oh, you have IG-11 and him, bro?
Yeah, those are a couple good fucking droids right there, buddy.
You have the droids that make sense. These droids make sense. I just have the droids that, like, we just love. Like,
right.
But, okay. Interesting. Now I gotta think of, like, how all my people are gonna, like, act together and how they would... everything.
So let's lay it out then. I've got this group that you got Luke, Leia, Han. You got the original trilogy, big three, and Luke, Leia, Han there, and then you got Ahsoka and Captain Rex, who work incredibly well together side by side. And then they'll be along with the other three. So half my team is just like, they're representing all that's fucking good. They're chilling. And then I've got Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, and Kira in the underworld side of things, who are just some fucking badasses, and they'll do what must be done. And then IG-11 and K2SO are just probably the two most effective droids we've seen on screen in live action in terms of wreaking havoc for other people, defending their own, etc., etc. Both with the sacrifice play. It's pretty big for me, heartwarming. But
you have anyone that you were almost going to pick, like any honorable mentions? Because I have a few that like where I think could be good, but that I didn't pick.
I'll read you the ones that I have listed. And you took, like, I had to cross off everybody you took. I had those all listed.
Same here.
But
other than Kira, I didn't have Kira listed, but that was a good pick though. Like, I didn't think
that was the one I was like, that's my sleeper. I think I'll go ahead and cash in on that. But so I'll read like the non-Force users I had down besides Luke, Ahsoka, Anakin, and Yoda were Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mace Windu, and Rey. It was those three.
I was right there with you.
I wasn't considering any dark
users. Yeah,
I wasn't considering any dark side users just because, like, for the scenario we've kind of posed, they don't make the most sense. They might be the most badass, but
I was thinking of Vader, but then I'm like, I'd rather
why
have
take
Anakin.
Vader when you could take Anakin?
Yeah. So like, he was the only one that crossed my mind, but then, yeah, just Anakin made more sense. So, I mean, Force users, yeah. I mean, it was gonna be Luke, Anakin, Yoda, and I mean, I guess I was kind of expecting, like a Rey or like just the main, just like the main ones for like the top four. But
I almost took Rey over Ahsoka, but like
Ahsoka's good.
Like just the thought of Ahsoka and Luke fighting side by side is just something I can't pass up on. That would just be awesome. I love Rey to death. I think she's an awesome character, and certainly, I mean, one of the most powerful Jedi we've ever seen. She would be extremely effective, but I was thinking aesthetically in the moment who would be the most fun to see side by side, and Luke in his all black with the green saber fighting alongside Ahsoka and her gray robes with her white lightsabers. Like, that's just I don't know how I'm not going to take that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that, as far as Force users are concerned, that was my thought process.
Yeah, for I didn't have any other non-Force or Force users that we didn't mention there.
No, yeah, I didn't either.
For non-Force users though, I was thinking about going General Grievous.
That was a top one. That was like first one out for me.
I mean, because like if you're not a Force user and you're going up against General Grievous, like you have
Kinda
no
fucked.
shot. That dude spins 6 lightsabers and he just walks towards you. What can you do? How do you defend that? You know, like you run. That's the only thing you do is you try to escape. You can't escape that, man. But yeah, I don't think he was as strong as the other people. So that's why I didn't pick him. Padme. I was close to picking Padme as like my leader. Like leader instead of Hera, but then I was like, a pilot is kind of necessary, like in Star Wars. Like you need a really good pilot. I guess I have Anakin, which
and Din.
True. So I guess all these people are pretty good pilot. Like they all can probably hold their own.
You got the person who you know is comfortable piloting a freighter. It's different than piloting your own little ship.
My last resort was Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah,
because
I thought about that.
Everything just works out for him. You know, like he knows what he's doing and he's acting stupid and he's a drunk fighter. You know, like and he's like playing the role to a T. Or dude's just lucky. Dude turned the tide of some wars even. So
yeah.
He would have been my
major political figure
pick, though. True.
Yeah. Like
I was thinking about Thrawn.
I also had
the only other two was like Tarkin and Moff Gideon. Like if those two would be like my mastermind, but Thrawn, like
you have to take Thrawn.
Yeah, out of those three, like I had to. But those are my only other non that I didn't mention. But
I feel you. Yeah, I also had Grievous and Padme taken down, but I didn't end up taking them. They were probably my first two out. Poe Dameron was considered.
Mm-hmm.
Lando Calrissian considered.
Mm-hmm.
Finn. Sabine Wren.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan was the last one I considered that I didn't end up taking.
The Mandalorian, they make sense.
They're
here.
effective.
You know, they're very basically the closest thing to a Force user that's not is pretty like
there you go.
In effectiveness, I guess you could say. But I have an interesting team setup. When I was thinking of it, I was thinking like, all right, who's going to be like my leader? And immediately I was like Yoda because he's like, you know, Master Jedi. He's Yoda. He's 1,000 years old. But then I'm like, no, I can't just have Yoda lead. I need Yoda to lead and Thrawn and Hera Syndulla. The trifecta of the perfect lead. Like you have the bad guy who you're never going to root for, but you got to admit he gets the job done. You know, like that Thrawn, you got to give him credit where credit is due.
He's incredibly talented.
And Yoda, I mean, he has the knowledge of 1,000 years. I guess if I'm picking this Yoda, I mean, I don't really think it matters when you pick Yoda. I think at the oldest, whenever he can still somewhat fight is the best, but I don't even really want him in the fight, really. Just want him for his counsel mainly. So like, yeah, that's like my leaders is like Yoda, Hera, and Thrawn are my leaders. So like,
I think mine are definitely Leia and Luke.
Oh yeah, that's damn. So dope. Fuck. You have you have a lot of people that work well together. I guess Thrawn and Hera is kind of cool. They have like a little history together, but they'd have to work together as leaders, you know, now, which is cool. I got Chopper too in there, so that's, you know, throwing.
Oh yeah, you got Chopper and Hera. I didn't even think about that connection. That's awesome.
R2D2 and Anakin, you know, so I got, you know, that duo.
Oh yeah, you got the droid and their mans.
Black Krrsantan and Chewbacca, Cad Bane and Din Djarin. So I mean, I think
you got your bounty hunters, you got your Wookiees, you got your shit, you got your shit carved out. That's for sure.
I think that's how my team would be run, by those three, and I would take myself completely out of this team. There's no way in hell I'm leading better than any one of those three people. So I'm taking myself kind of out. I'm saying, yep, you do your thing. I got you here. I'm a Watu in the situation, you know.
I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm just watching. But that's a good. I'm curious on like the graphics, like what our teams will look like, standing next to each other and stuff. Like
it'll be
how cool that's gonna
interesting
be.
for
But,
sure. No, yeah, I'm thinking if I can manage it, I might make it like a nah. We'll see, but it'll be interesting to be sure. And that was, I mean, far and away our quickest draft. I don't think we've ever had one go that we didn't have much there's not a bunch of explaining to do on the reasoning. We all know what these people can do if you're a Star Wars fan, so it's just kind of like, yeah, they're pretty cool. I'll take them.
Yeah, they work well on my team. They're pretty badass. Select. That's
Select.
I mean, yeah, like not really. Yeah,
like
I
if
guess
you
not
had
much
like
to...
that scale from Dead Poet Society, one side would be how well they work with your team, the other side would be badass, and however much area they cover was the most effective pick.
Yeah, I definitely have some people who wouldn't work together well if we kept storylines. Like, Yoda and Anakin didn't have the best past. I mean, I guess Mace was the one. Who was the one to like say to his face like you're not ready? Like when they brought him up to the like the council room and they were like you're not ready. It was either Mace or Yoda.
I think they were on the same
Maybe
page.
Both.
They were both like yeah, no, this can't happen right now though, dude. Like you're just clearly not.
Anakin
in the right
really
headspace.
doesn't have beef with them, but I guess it's there a little bit. But I mean, yeah, I love my my bounty hunters like Cad Bane, Din Djarin, Black Chrysanthemum. I would count. Yeah, he's a bounty hunter.
Oh yeah, he's a bounty hunter, and I'd say prior to his nurse droid phase, IG-11 was a bounty hunter. So I have IG-11.
That's
Fennec
a
Shannon,
solid pick.
that.
Like I am pissed I didn't go IG-11 first. Like that just makes.
That was my third overall pick.
Yes, it was Chopper. I guess I got Chopper though. I shouldn't be disappointed with Chopper.
Yeah, like, you got Chopper. I mean, if you'd have taken IG-11, I'd take Chopper. Like that's instantly. Like, and there's kind of no question about it. But because I mean, I take Chopper over R2-D2 in terms of like, if we're in the field, who do I need on my side? Give me R2-D2. I mean, not R2-D2. Give me Chopper with all his fucking random shit popping out of him.
That one R2 move where he spilled oil and then lit it on fire with his jet, and then flew away. Like that was he's had some clutch moments. Like
he's had some huge moments. Don't get me wrong, but
I'd say IG-11 though.
Oh, you know who I didn't even consider, and who oh man, I don't mean to fuck up the whole draft. We might need to just go ahead and scrap this and start over. Vision's characters.
Oh.
Like Ronan and his droid and all of that shit. Is there enough there, like the Elder and the nine Jedi thing?
I'm going to look through the episodes and see if anyone from there would outweigh anyone I have now, basically. Is what I'm.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I wouldn't have taken Ronan as a Force user over anybody here. I might have taken his droid companion over K2SO though, the one with the big hat.
And that is your last pick. So if you would like to, I literally can't do anything about it because it's the last. So like you can change. Like there's nothing I can do. It won't affect me in any way. So
no, I mean the draft's concluded. I took K2SO, and I didn't mean we might have to scrap this whole fucking thing for real. But now, like, I need to get more in the habit of remembering Visions is a Star Wars property, and Visions is Star Wars characters now. Those are
because Ronan. That's an interesting one though, because like,
and I'm reading the book right now.
Like talent, that dude had how many kyber crystals in his like jacket?
Like 12.
Like, and those are all Sith Lords, or not Sith Lords, but at least Sith. Or like.
If you read that book, they do such a good job of like that. His story is so fucking good, and it's just like the first 2 chapters are that short, and then it's the rest of the story.
That's awesome.
Which is just super fucking cool. But yeah, I mean, there was only like a couple Rebels characters I considered, like Hera and Sabine. were really the only two that I even thought about. Sabine Wren, the Mandalorian that ran with their crew. But
what about BD-1 from Jedi Fallen Order as a droid?
BD-1.
That boy's
Oh,
resourceful.
I already have IG-11. I might just like a little fun guy, little fun dude, along for the ride.
He's pretty resourceful. You use him as
No,
a
he
zip
is.
line,
He's got those
you know.
stems and that zip.
Yeah, he's a zip line tool basically. He's like the map, you know. He like projects stuff out of his. I guess all droids kind of do that.
He's got the whole stem thing going on. He can produce your health.
Yeah, he's a little guy, but he does some work, you know.
He's a cutie. I love BD-1.
I don't know about KS. I think KSO probably a little strong.
Yeah, K2SO is the right move here. I'm gonna stick with IG-11 and K2SO because those are great droids. But BD-1, that's my 3 right there. He's right outside. If we and that's the thing too. Now that we're like doing this, like I could be like, you want to do 10 non-force users, 4 force users, and 3 droids. Like now that we've like really opened it up, I know just how many of each we could take.
You think like putting another force user in there?
Yeah, maybe.
I
Nah. We did this right.
I think, and 10's a round number too. We do have a 10, a 10 person squad, and
no, we did this right. I never question our own work. We did well. We need to limit ourselves. We can't just talk about all the characters we like talking about, which is what I usually fall into every time we do one of these. No, the point of this was to have structure, to have limits to where we couldn't take all of those things. And
this is true.
yeah. I'm trying to work my way out of it, but that's the point of this. So yeah, with that, my team ends up being my Force users, Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano, my droids, IG-11 and K2SO, my non-Force users, Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, Han Solo, Leia Organa, and Captain Rex and Kira.
Man. And over here, on the winning side, we got Anakin Skywalker and Yoda as the Force users, R2-D2 and Chopper as the droids, and Cad Bane, Din Djarin, Hera Syndulla, Chewbacca, and Black Chrysanthemum. Now, I'm just sounding confident right now. I feel like the only area in which I've succeeded, I don't know. In the droids, I feel like I've lost. I've taken the L with the droids. The non-force users, pretty even-ish there.
Pretty level footing there.
And then I guess the Jedi is pretty close. You know, Anakin, Ahsoka, Yoda, and Luke. Can't really get. I guess maybe I win in Jedi just because I have Yoda and Anakin. You know, and
that's pretty strong.
Ahsoka's up there, but she's not like a.
She's not top 3, and those are probably the top 3.
And I guess we still have more to see with Ahsoka. Like,
exactly.
You know,
we don't know what the fuck's going on.
Like, what if she just elevates past like a Master Jedi? You know, because like she doesn't have to follow all of the Jedi Council rules and stuff. You know, like what if she just takes off?
That'd be pretty
like
awesome.
Maybe a great Jedi storyline, like type beat. But
you know what would just occurred to me, and I probably wouldn't have taken any of these guys over anybody here, but anybody in the Bad Batch.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that too.
I considered it, but I wouldn't take any of them over anybody I already had.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, they are clones. You know, even though they're the best of clones, like, I guess Boba would be the best of the clones, and then the Bad Batch, I would say, is right after. But I don't think they beat out anyone in our non-force user lists. I don't think so.
Yeah, in terms of the way I've got these fools working together, I think this is a good list. The only pick that feels like an odd man out to me is I guess my droids don't really go with anybody. Like they're just there. Like Like I don't have Andor and I don't have Queel, but why would I have Queel?
Hey, he's good with his hands.
You had Dan in IG-11.
That's true. Yeah. That I knew I should have picked IG-11 first, man. Like I literally said, like I was about to say IG-11, but then I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. But then it did make sense. So it was just like I was just going back and forth, I don't know, but it's over now. You got him. And I was the one who went to the droids first too. I went straight to the droids and chose
straight
Chopper.
to the bag.
I don't know. I'm proud of my team though. I am proud of my team.
It's only a draft if Joe is disappointed with one of his picks.
True.
Yeah. Every time we've done one of these, Joe's left feeling like, you know what, I might have just got fucked. Which is always just hilarious. But yeah, with that, I think that concludes our Star Wars fantasy draft, huh?
Hell yeah. I got my top 10 people here now. I could say I got a squad behind me now, you know?
Squad.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
This is tough. But yeah. If you would, head to patreon.com/CoroBloom, where you'll find well over 21 hours of exclusive content at this point. And since you are a Star Wars fan, and I know you're here if you're a Star Wars fan and you fuck with me and Joe, go check out our Star Wars live commentary. Just came out last Friday. It's a lot of fun. We turned on episode 4, A New Hope, and just talked over it. We gave it our little Penny Bloom rate and review. And you'll see how we feel about it over there. We do whole episodes about Star Wars, so I bet we feel pretty high on it. But in the context of our whole project that we're doing, the 52-year journey through film, it's nice looking at Star Wars through that lens as well. Yeah, if you would, head to Twitter, follow @PennyBloomPod, where you'll find graphics for this very Star Wars fantasy draft, along with the opportunity for you to vote on who's got the better squad, which is always fun, seeing who ekes out the other.
Mm-hmm.
Follow on Instagram @PennyBloomPodcast. I was Colton Robertson, joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Well, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Oh, always a pleasure to have you. And remember, peace, love, and bloom. And may the Force be with you.
Fitting.